We are going to answer some questions and have a mental health discussion. What comes to mind when you hear the term mental health?
I think the scale, because everybody is somewhere on the mental health scale. Some people have worse mental health than others, just like some people have worse physical health than others.
I think of sadness first because it makes me sad that other people are struggling, because I know what that feels like. And it's not fun.
No.
It's definitely something I would not have chosen for myself. Do you have any mental illnesses, and what are they, if you feel comfortable sharing?
Yeah, I have anxiety, depression. It gets worse in the winter, but it's not seasonal depression because I have it year-round. Post-traumatic stress disorder, an eating disorder, and oppositional defiant disorder. That one doesn't really bother me, it just bothers my mom.
I've never heard of that one before.
So basically, I defy authority figures, or it's an accompaniment to my ADHD.
Okay.
So when I was younger, my mom had to make sure that she was always right with me, otherwise I would
just
give me an inch, I'd take a mile.
That's interesting. I have depression, and it's the same as you. It gets worse during the winter, but I have it all year round, so it's not seasonal. I also have anxiety. I have mood instability.
Preview.
That sucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Has your mental health changed over the years? And if so, how?
Well, I know mine has changed for the better, mostly because I've worked past the trauma from when I was younger, so my PTSD isn't affecting me as badly. There's still times where it's like,
yeah, that makes sense.
And then I'm on medications for my anxiety and my ADHD, and I was just put on something for depression. And I received treatment for 4 years for eating disorder and for my other issues. So I have the skills to cope with it, so it's gotten a bit better.
That's good. Yeah, mine's definitely gotten better. There'll be times where, because of my mood instability, I'll be like up, and then I'll be down, and then I'll be up, and then I'll be down. And so that's kind of hard to judge it, but it has gotten better, and just recently it's gotten like a lot better. And now that I've been in therapy for a while, I've learned like skills like CBT and DBT.
Oh yeah.
And
love DBT.
Yeah, I find it quite fascinating. I like CBT. I think it's cool. And with like the skills and just going to therapy, I think, and just opening up like even on camera.
Oh yeah.
It just like really helps, and like I feel so much better now. And I mean, I know that there's gonna be days where I'm just not gonna want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
You know, but that's fine. That's normal, and it's nothing to be ashamed about. So
exactly.
Yeah. So what affects your mental health on a daily basis?
Conflict. As a teenage girl, lots of conflict.
I definitely agree with that. Even though I'm not a teenage girl anymore, I hate conflict. It drives me nuts. Like even when, like my husband will say something, just a tone of his voice can set me off, and I'll just get really upset at him, or I'll just get upset at myself because I'm upset at him, and then it's this whole cycle. And so definitely conflict is a huge one, I think, for me. What do you do to maintain or improve your mental health?
I know that I do my DBT therapy stuff. I've got a couple workbooks that I work through.
Okay.
Take my meds.
Yes.
And then I also have a support group of people that I can talk to.
That's good.
And then self-care stuff. So just taking care of yourself.
Yeah, for sure. For me, I have a CBT workbook that I did with my therapist, and plus I go to therapy. And I think doing these videos have actually really helped me, because then I learn more about depression, and I think that's the huge thing is education. Understanding it and learning about it, and then learning about yourself, because not everyone suffers with depression the same
way. Everyone has different ways.
It's different with everybody. And so I think definitely education, and just doing my workbooks, and just opening up and having that support group. So I know I also have my own little support group, and if I need somebody I can text, because like my sister, she's all the way out in Alberta, so I can't really like talk to her face to face. But yeah, texting is always good. So if you want, you can be in my support group.
Okay.
Hey. What do you think of mental health stigma, and have you been judged because of your mental illnesses, and how so?
Do I start?
Good question, I know.
So stigma, yes, definitely, because when I first came back from eating disorder treatment, in Utah for 6 months, I decided, you know what, I'm going to be open about this. I'm not going to keep it hidden. And a lot of people were like, oh, we thought you were gone because you were pregnant. I guess it was, and so then I'm like, no, I was gone because, and I was just open. I was getting treatment for an eating disorder. Oh, you don't look like you have an eating disorder. And I'm like,
horrible.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of comments like that, and it's just not helpful. You can't understand it unless you're living it.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I think what most people can do is at least try to and not be scared and not hate those, because it's like you're hating someone with cancer.
Yeah.
It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?
Very much so.
When I was in high school, I didn't really know that I had depression, and then when I did know, I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Because of stigma, right?
Yeah.
And I think stigma is because people are uneducated, and they're afraid and they're scared, and because the media portrays them as vicious people.
Exactly.
Like, you are one of the most calm, nicest people I know, and you're welcome. And like you have more than one mental illness, and you're not vicious.
I don't know, when I'm tearing into a chicken leg, man.
Well, that's different.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
different. I think everyone gets a little vicious.
Preview.